The Cascades Conference matchup we're starting off with this week is 1-3 Grass Lake facing 0-4 Vandercook Lake. Now, Grass Lake has had a bit of a weird start to this season. They got off to a good start with a 41-27 win over Stockbridge, where that offense looked potent. Junior quarterback Sean Hickey was finding receivers all over the field. He passed for 300 yards in his first varsity game. They got the win, and people were feeling good. Napoleon came into town, and that hype train ended pretty quickly. Napoleon came away with a large 45-8 win. That next week, Grass Lake really just took it to East Jackson, 55-0, and that's when Hickey started splitting time with John Lloyd at quarterback, the other senior, and they both really found out that Scott Crutchfield would probably be the #1 weapon in this offense as far as a receiver. More than 400 yards receiving through 3 games. Through 4 games, excuse me, a handful of touchdowns. He's been really important to this offense. Now, for Vandercook Lake, started slowly this season with 4 straight losses, and really was only in 1 game, and that was against East Jackson in a 40-29 loss. Vandercook Lake led that one about halfway through before letting that slip away. And for the Jayhawks this year, as we've said, Tim Goff has implemented a new offensive system, a new defensive scheme as well, and this is a young team. So expecting young players and a new system to just pick it up right away when there's only about 20 some odd players in the program, maybe 25. It's just not going to it's not going to happen in 1 year. Rome was not built in a day. So Vandercook Lake needs to just keep on plugging away, try to figure out a way to get some points on the board, whether that is sticking to the running game, trying some trickeration, because over the last 2 weeks, Vandercook Lake has just 13 points and has just 49 on the year, averaging a little more than 12 a game. That's not going to win a lot of games when you have given up more than 40 points each week, and that's what Grass Lake coach Randy Cole is going to try to continue to exploit, find a way to get Scott Crutchfield in the open field so Hickey can find him, maybe get Joe Vicolo going in the running game, because Grass Lake hasn't had much running game to speak of thus far this season. So for Grass Lake, there's nothing too tricky about what to do in this one. You have the better upper hand of the matchup on offense, on defense, on special teams. So just execute. Take care of the ball. Don't try to do too much. If it's 4th and 2 in your own end, don't feel the need to go for it. Play the field position game, and then get it back a few plays later. For Vandercook Lake, you have nothing to lose at this point. 0-4, the playoffs are out of reach, and so now, like we say, it's about growth. So let's see if Sage Balsita can take a little better care of the ball. Let's see if he can get it into the hands of some of his playmakers on the outside quickly. And Grass Lake has shown that teams can score against them. They gave up 371 rushing yards to Manchester last week. Just the week after, Manchester had negative rushing yards. So Vandercook Lake, you got to run right at the heart of this Grass Lake defense, and if you can find some holes, break some big runs, and control the tempo, Vandercook Lake could be in this one. I still got Grass Lake winning this one pretty easily, though.